and pressuring Tia to solve it. Me and Gary went back to our apartment and we haven't been speaking. Where do I go from here? Update 1. Last night me and my Gary had a long and serious talk about my comments at the dinner, along with some of my past comments. He told me while in my family refusing a free trip when you are invited may be seen as noble, in his family, refusing a free trip is seen as stupid. In my family if someone offers to pay for you should always decline no matter what. My parents made me work all throughout high school and always told me I'd have to get a scholarship to help pay for college because they weren't going to do it. It is also a courtesy in my family to not expect help with finances no matter how tough it may get, to only eat one serving at dinner gatherings, to always pay your own way, and we often voice our opinions no matter what they are. He then went into discussing the trip to France. His mother has extended family who live there, so this will not be the first or last time they all go. It will be the first time they explore the area, so even if Tia wasn't old enough to go off on her own or didn't know her way around or the language, she'd be just fine. And if his mom and dad wanted alone time she'd be just fine on her own even if they didn't have family there. When me and Gary first started dating and we were talking about our family history, he told me about how his maternal great-great-grandparents moved to America from France. I was under the impression that everyone from his mother's extended family moved, not just the great-great-parents and their children. Apparently, his mother thought my behavior was because I didn't feel welcome by them and the dinner was to invite me on the France trip as a sort of peace offering. However, after his father caught me trying to sway Tia, he had enough and decided he couldn't take it anymore no matter what his wife says. He will not tolerate me being around the rest of the family or in their home any longer. This came as a shock to the family as his dad doesn't speak much and is usually calm and composed. My boyfriend also showed me his photos from his parents' wedding. It looked like one of the most fairy tale-like weddings I'd ever seen. It was held at Chateau Calon and he explained how they plan on renting the space again and flying all of their extended family out to celebrate with them because they want to celebrate with everybody, and will take time for themselves later on in the summer. I also teared up listening to how his parents met. After graduating high school, his mother spent the summer in France with her family while his dad was visiting along with his older brother. His dad had struggled with cancer nearly his entire life up to that point and it was supposed to be his dad's last trip before he let himself go because he was tired of all of it. One morning while eating alone at a cafe, he recognized her as the most beautiful girl he's ever seen who spent her time helping out her family with their restaurant, running it like it was the Navy, someone who wasn't afraid to call customers out when they were being unreasonable or just downright rude, and someone who knew exactly what she wanted and how to get it. The complete opposite of him. They spent the day together which inspired his father to continue his cancer treatment, accomplish his goals, and start taking life more seriously so he could be by her side for as long as she'd have him. His parents always told him and his siblings the only thing in life they value more than each other are their children, and they want to make sure if life ever gets hard for them they have something to fall back on. He told me he'd be moving back in with his parents until he can find a new apartment. He also revoked my invitation to their family Christmas trip to Aspen which we were supposed to be leaving for tonight. I feel like I'm in a Dhar Mann video right now, what the heck? On another note, my friends saw my initial post and gave me an intervention. I will be attending therapy for the foreseeable future. May update when I unpack what's wrong with me.